I'm here in small town USA trying to build the most profitable landscaping business in the entire county. Will I succeed or will I fail? Stay tuned to find out. If you guys do like this content, make sure you guys go down below, smash that like button, leave a comment, and let me know what you guys think. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and keep on supporting me. And alright guys, welcome back. We are leaving Tractor Supply Company, making our way through town, passing the gas station. I had to go pick up a couple things there, trying to get a couple items just so I can go through and get some small items landscaped out. I was going to run them back to the shop, but while I was there shopping, I did get a call from somebody here outside of town, so we're going to be making our way over there, and they want us to go check their place out and get an estimate and see how much it's going to cost to make that place look beautiful again. And I think this is the address. This place is looking a little rough. Holy crap, they got bushes out here, trees, junk. They got like everything in the book out here, to be honest with you. I think this is a driveway, or maybe it might be like a ramp that goes down there in the abyss. Let's get the pickup shut off here. And upon first impression or first glance here, I see a lot of lumber. Maybe this I think might all be able to be used. I don't know if they might have redone the porch. This kind of looks a little new, so maybe they plan on redoing the porch. I don't know what they're going to be doing with this, but there's just a lot of lumber, a lot of trash, a lot of. See, does this barrel have anything in it? There's something in there, some waste of some sorts is in there. I got more trash bins over here. They got barrels, a nice little swing set. I mean, maybe after this place gets all prettied up, you can, come out here, drink a cup of coffee and stuff. Crap, is this a pallet jack? I didn't even see this when I was pulling up. Got a pallet jack over here by the dumpster. Yeah, they just got everything all over here. They got totes, bushes, tall grass, everything. This place is definitely going to cost a lot of money. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go head back to the shop, drop off the stuff that I got from Tractor Supply. And while I'm on the way there, I'm going to go ahead and give the homeowner a call. And I'm thinking that this is going to end up costing, depending on what they want, but initial price to remove bushes, trim the grass, remove trash, and all that sort of stuff is going to probably cost them about $5,000. But I'll see what the homeowner is going to want. We'll get a cost estimate after that, and I'll get right back to you. All right, so well, since we're waiting for the homeowner to get back to me here, I'm going to go ahead and get one of the lawnmowers. I haven't used the Ventrac yet, and I've been waiting to use this thing, and this might be the perfect job to be able to use the Ventrac on. Sorry to the old Toro. I don't know if we're going to get around to be using you. You are a great lawnmower, and, well, I can't wait to use you, obviously, on the jobs around here at the shop. Actually, hold on. Check the fuel level here real quick. Fuel looks like it's doing good. But we're going to go ahead and get this thing all fired up. Get the deck lifted up just like that, and let's get this thing backed out of here. I feel like this is going to be a tractor that we're going to be using today. Due to its nice turning radius, we're going to be able to hit those nice corners. I do not have a weed whacker anymore, or a weed eater, and I might have to be able to, I might have to get myself a better one, to be honest with you. The last one I had kind of didn't serve a great purpose. It was just a nice little starting weed eater, but we might be able to get ourselves something a little bit better. Or I think what would be cool is one of those rototillers, I think is what they're called. I don't know, the things that got like the weed eater, I guess, function on the front, but more of like a lawnmower. Go ahead and get this thing all strapped down so it don't fly off while we're going down the highway, and we'll get these ramps up real quick. And just got done speaking with the homeowner, and well, this might be actually a little bit of good news for the business here. We actually might be able to walk away with a huge amount of money out of this one. Not trying to kind of focus over the homeowner in any way, shape, or form, but he said that he wants the works. And by the works, I asked him, I was like, all right, you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific here. What do you want? What exactly do you need? What's gonna make your house look the way that you want it to look? And he told me that everything that was sitting out front, gone. Everything out there, barrels, trash, wood, everything like that. The decking there is old decking. Apparently it used to be their old deck. They went through, they redid the deck out there and built onto it, because it used to be just like a small little decking over there where they could just like come out and sit, but now they redid the whole thing. It's got new decking, and all the rest of that stuff is old or stuff that they didn't really use, and we're gonna go ahead and get rid of all that. But here we are, we're just rolling up on the house. I guess it's not too far from my shop, since most of my shop is on the outside of town as well. And I'm thinking the best place for me to go ahead and park this is I'm going to pull forward a little bit, and I'm going to back this trailer up in here. And their property line goes from, well, I'll show you guys here in a second, but we're going to go ahead and get most of this trash picked up here. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to load it up on the trailer here, or at least try to. I would like to get a dumpster out here, or a mobile dumpster, and get most of the stuff loaded up, but this town doesn't exactly have what it takes to, I guess, rent a mobile dumpster to get down here. So that is something that we might have to figure out. Might buy myself some dump trucks later on, get all that figured out. Let's go ahead and get the Ventrac all unratchet strapped off here, take the straps off here so we can drive this thing off. Jump up here real quick, and we will slowly go down the ramps, or I guess abruptly drive down the ramps, and we'll get this thing turned around over here. I guess I should have went and turned the other way so that way I wouldn't have to drive out here on the highway kind of so abruptly.
But we're going to go ahead and leave this thing here real quick, get it shunned off so we're not burning all of our diesel fuel. And we are just going to slowly start working on all these boards here. It's going to take me a little while, but I should be able to pick up about 4 of these at a time, get them moved up. These barrels aren't too heavy. This is all just scrap wood, paper, and other decking stuff that they, I guess, used over here. That is a nice deck, though, now I look at it, because it used to be this front part right here. So this is what they're telling me. It used to be just this front part where they come out and sit. Well, they added this whole part over here to kind of make it a whole wraparound porch, I guess, which, honestly, I like it. I like the wraparound porch. It's kind of cool. And there we go. Quick little update. The trash is gone, which honestly, the yard's looking a lot better. Dumpster stayed, obviously, because I mean, they have to have somewhere to put the trash, guys. I couldn't exactly just take this dumpster and leave them without anything. So obviously, when they come by, the trash guy comes by, picks up the trash, and goes along the way. The clothesline that was sitting about in this area, dug that out, took the clothes off, helped them take it inside, and then the clothesline hauled all that off, and we are back with the pickup, getting everything all taken back here. This obviously stays because the house runs on propane, or at least the stove does for the most part. Now, they might run heat or the propane for the furnace. And then back here, so property line, like I was saying earlier, the property line is going from this tree over and then all the way up. So we are going to go from there all the way up here to the road, and then hopefully make the rest of this yard look pretty good. I'm excited about going through on the works here. I guess we're just going to go ahead and we're going to get ourselves up here on the lawnmower, make sure we get everything all fired up, ready to go. And we are going to, I guess, get everything going on getting this yard all cut up. We should be able to get most of these bushes out of here. I do have a mulching setting on this lawnmower, but just to be safe, let's go ahead and get it all fired up real quick. I've never used this thing before, so I'm a little nervous on how it's going to mow. All right, well, based on this first strip over here, this is a good cut. See what it does with the mulch setting here on this bush. Just gets rid of it. That is what I like to see. All right. Well, now that I know this thing's going to cut, we're just going to go along here along the edge of the highway, make sure we get ourselves a decent cut here so we aren't too far out in the road. Get as close to the dumpster as we possibly can without destroying this nice lawnmower that we got. And we're just going to go through here, mulch these bushes down, and go along the edge here. And once we get over here, we'll lift the deck up. Make sure we don't drive out on the highway. I don't want to get caught over there. And also do not want to take out another stop sign. As you guys remember, I have no idea how long ago, it was a couple weeks ago, but I took out the stop sign in town, and well, that ended up costing me a decent amount of money. I ended up having to pay 50 bucks for it, replace the sign. And I really wasn't too happy about that, but mistakes were made. I'll try not to do it again.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. 'Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life ain't just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind, trying to save your time, in case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list. Girl, you can skip this funny business, 'cause up there it's complicated and over.
All right, well, of course, these are like the areas where I would definitely need the weed eater. Obviously, I wasn't able to get in these nice little corners here and get as close to the house as possible, but obviously, I'm going to get that all fixed up. Obviously, we're not going to leave them with all those areas. Now, if you guys didn't notice, there is a lot of dead patches of grass, especially in the backyard. Of course, the front side of the yard's not bad at all, but you get back here, we got dead patches like here. This is a huge one right here. This one just loops all the way around the back side of this hill back here. And we're going to go ahead and hook up the homeowner with some fresh sod and some seed bed also in here as well. Ensure that, you know, they got a nice front yard, or at least a nice yard in the back like their front yard is. Now this little area right here, I seen the flower, and then I started to see the change of the grass, and I'm assuming right here used to be a little bit of a flower bed, which kind of makes sense because the clothesline was right here, and especially they have these, I think these are lilacs, and the way, you know, people did back in the day, at least in my And my, I guess, knowledge is that they used to plant flowers next to where they wanted to hang their clothes out on the line outside because they wanted their stuff to smell like fresh lilacs. So obviously we're going to go ahead and we're going to redo this flower bed here. Hopefully give them some nice plants here. If I can find some flowers, that is. Hopefully I can find some. If I can't, well, I will just, you know, seed over this, maybe leave the one flower, but we'll see how that goes. Now, as far as the works, I'm thinking of getting a brand new sidewalk in here, paving the driveway, and I wish I knew more construction, but I would love to give them a little shed back here where they can drive into for like a carport of some sorts, but, you know, we're working with what I got. So I think what we're going to do, and actually, let's envision this. A fence, beautiful front yard, beautiful backyard, walkway lights, and possibly maybe a roadside lamp, something about like right here, or maybe like right behind the mailbox, you know, it keeps the mailbox lit. They know where their house is at. I don't know, but my vision's looking good. But we have no need for a lawnmower anymore over here. Let's get these ramps folded up. And we're just going to go ahead and we're going to take the lawnmower back to the shop. We're going to leave the trailer on the pickup, obviously. We're going to head over to Tractor Supply, pick up the parts and the grass seed and all the beautiful lawn ornaments and everything else that I could possibly buy. Put it on the company card. And we're going to head back to the home and get started on getting to work on doing all that, making the yard look good. Hopefully we can kind of figure everything else out that we need. I'm kind of excited for this, to be honest with you. I'm really excited. I hope it's going to look good. And just coming back from Tractor Supply, got everything we need on the back of the trailer here. And just to kind of keep things a little bit out of the, I guess, out of the way, because I'm going to have a cement truck coming here pretty soon. But we're going to work on getting, I guess, the grass seeded in while we're waiting for the cement truck. Get the driveway and the sidewalk paved in the meantime, because that is going to be the main issue here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to work on getting forms dug in here. I'm going to get flags placed down, but I don't think going around seeding grass can be that big of a deal. I should be able to throw some seed out, water it, put some sod in the places, obviously, well, where grass hasn't grown in definitely a long time by all these trees. And I think we're going to be in business. But once the driveway here and the sidewalk gets paved in, sidewalked in, whatever you want to call it, should be able to go through, get the rest of the decorations in, or pathway lights, everything, the whole bells and whistles, all the 9 yards. But let's get to work. All right, I don't know if you guys are ready for this one, but in 3, 2, and 1, here we go, guys. The new and approved, all with a brand new driveway, freshly dried, well, I guess freshly dried, not drived over, with a brand new white picket fence, really American style, going down this hill. And we have walkway lights. This is definitely a great addition. So we can go in here and park on our nice little brand new driveway. And obviously you don't have to get lost getting your sidewalk here. You have nice lights. A new addition of a flagstone walkway going over here to you guys' brand new swing where you guys can sit here, watch cars go by on the highway, or watch the clothes dry, all that fancy stuff. Brand new clothesline, state of the art, nice solid 4x4 wood, a nice little windmill out here to kind of add a little bit of decoration to the yard. And then, of course, actually over here by the front steps, we got the matching swans up on the stairs and nice, pretty little flower pots on either side of the steps to kind of liven it up. Now, this right here, other than the one that we did in town, this so far is my favorite landscaping event that we've done. Obviously, we got the dumpster around here, but the fence started on the other side of the house, goes all the way around the back, and ends back over here because I didn't think there's no sense in blocking off this beautiful view here on the front, but at least keeping the privacy or keeping people out of the yard, especially over here on this backside where people are more evident to drive, or at least kind of go down and kind of not want to really follow the road, even though it's blatantly obvious where the road goes. And I don't know why anybody would want to drive down there in the first place, because it looks like a mud bog, but you never know what's back there. Didn't really do too much here in the backyard. Obviously, not too many things we can do here with the elevation change. It was a bummer. I was trying to see if I can get a company out here to maybe level this out, or at least build a little bit of a shelf back here, but not that bad of a yard to begin with. Kids can come out here and play, grandkids, whatever it may be. You might be able to have incline football, I guess. You can have one team there, or do whatever you guys want to do out here, honestly. You got a nice little yard space. Planted the grass, or reseeded the grass with some Bermuda grass is what it was exactly, and this grass is looking amazing. And I would love to see what these will look like later on in the evening. I might drive by the house to see how it looks, but I think that's just about going to wrap it up. I'll give the homeowner a call, let him know that everything is completed, and hopefully we can get ourselves paid here pretty soon. I will send him the bill. The grand total for everything was just a little, it was like a little over, or a little under, I guess, a little under $20,000 for everything. Completed, finished, and everything like that. I think we sat around, oh man, I think it was like $22,000. No, it was about, yeah, $22,000 is what it was. But obviously, I can't just give him what I spent on the whole deal. I got to make a little bit of money on it. My time's money. And we're going to, of course, figure that out. But I think what we might do is bill him about $30,000, $7,000 of my time, labor, and money, and I guess energy, and, you know, the $22,000 it took for the company, i.e. me, to be able to put everything in. So we're going to have to get back to the shop, send the invoice out, get it to the homeowner, and hopefully we can get paid. All right, guys, just got a call from in town, and finally the $30,000 is in the bank account. We are at $65,508 now, which we are making a decent amount of money. But I got a call from in town. We're gonna pack up the Toro mower. Finally, I gotta use that old girl. I haven't touched that thing in a while and been able to use it, so I'm excited to be able to use it. And we're gonna go ahead and head over to the church, and we're gonna do a little bit of cleanup over there. Just about a week since we mowed it last, but they have a get-together. A family is going to be having an event there at the church, and they want the yard to look pretty nice, so we're gonna go make it really presentable for them. Gotta move the vent track out of the way though, and then I can get the Toro out and put it on the trailer. Or actually, what am I saying? There's enough room there. I should be able to drive this thing right over there. Oh yeah, like it was meant to be. Let's go. Get this old girl loaded up here. Obviously, I don't need to worry about too much. I do not have an overhanging deck, so we are doing wonderful. How is fuel doing? What do we at here? About a little over 3/4 of tank. Get her all strapped down. Let's get heading to the church. Go ahead, get the straps off here real quick. Hop on the old Toro. Grass isn't looking too bad. Might need a little bit of a trimming. It is not terrible. It's not as bad as the other yards, but it could definitely get cut just a little bit. I think there we go. We can just do that real quick. And I think, oh, this is already unfolded. There we go. Just drive along here and just trim it up just a little bit. Make sure we make this yard look presentable. I don't know what the family's going to be doing. Obviously, I am not the one hosting the event, and I have no idea, and I don't care to ask the questions as long as the paycheck goes in my bank account at the end of the day. That's all I really care about. But I do enjoy doing the job I do, and I'm having a great time so far. I've made a lot of money here, guys. I don't know if you guys know this or remember it all, but we started with $5, and I spent that last $5 on gas for the little lawnmower, the little push mower that we had, and we started mowing this yard, actually. Or no, I don't remember exactly what yard it was, to be honest, that we started mowing on, but we started with the smaller yard, went through, and I did it all by push mower. You guys can't remember, you guys can go to the video here, but honestly, I really don't remember exactly what yard we started out with. All I know is I put $5 in my lawnmower I bought. We started doing a lawn, and I got paid like a couple $100 for it, went and bought a weed eater, and then I think by the end of the day, I made enough money, I was able to buy a pretty decent lawnmower. But we've come a long way since then. Like, we're just under $70,000, and I'm ready to make more money. But let's just keep doing the outside edges here, and we're gonna finish up this yard. And obviously, I don't charge the church that much, only about $300 every time I mow the yard, so it's not nothing too special. But the rest of the yards next week, when we come back, should be all ready to get mowed. We got a lot of work we gotta do, and I'm thinking about doing a little bit of a surprise, maybe getting some different equipment around, spicing up the landscaping business. Obviously, I'm only limited to mowing yards and doing simple things like putting in decorative equipment, putting in decorative, I guess, things such as lights, benches, you know, you name it. That's what I can do. But I want to be able to do more and do larger landscaping things. But guys, that's gonna be all for today. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.